everybody. We are behind the scenes here at Woodland Park Zoo's Humboldt Penguin exhibit with keeper John Samaras and a very, very special little penguin chick. This is the 60th chick hatched at Woodland Park Zoo. It was born on St. Patrick's Day, or hatched on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. And we asked you all to help pick a name on our Facebook page, and over 1,200 votes later, we have a very clear winner. John?
All right, well, thank you all for participating in our contest. And the official name of our 60th penguin chick is Diamante, and that is Spanish for diamond. And he's our 60th chick, so that's kind of our diamond anniversary penguin. And like we said, he was born on March 17th, and he's just over 2 weeks old now. And you can see he's covered in his gray downy plumage. That's known as his natal plumage. And the natal plumage is just to keep the little guy warm. He doesn't have to worry about being waterproof for a while, so he'll keep that, and then he'll eventually molt in his waterproof feathers. You can also see his little wings are really flimsy right now because they haven't calcified yet. So there's still a lot of cartilage in there, and it makes them a little floppy. And he has these big feet, and basically these guys grow from the bottom up. So you can see he has those big feet and a big belly and a little head.
So John, what is this little guy eating right now?
Right now he's being fed fish from his parents. So we feed the parents, and then the parents will process the fish internally, and then they'll regurgitate it. And so then when they regurgitate, then the chick eats it right out of their parents' mouth. So it's already kind of processed for him. It makes it easier to digest. And his parents probably feed him about 4 to 5 times a day.
And how old will this chick be when it starts eating fish on its own?
Typically we start feeding our penguins whole fish at about 5 weeks of age. So he's not too far off from starting to eat some whole fish. So he will... Actually, what we'll do is we'll start just assist feeding him a few fish to get him used to the process, and then by about 8 weeks of age they're eating all their fish on their own.
And speaking of seafood, what can people do at home to help these little guys in the wild?
One of the biggest problems facing penguins is overfishing. So when fish is not sustainably caught and it's overfished, then that can cause problems for populations of not only penguins but a lot of different species. One of the problems where these penguins live in Peru and northern Chile is the fact that the anchovy, their primary prey, has been overfished for decades. Since the 70s to this day, about 85% of all the anchovies where these guys live are caught. And most of those are ground up into fish meal as a cheap source of food to feed cows and pigs and fish on fish farms. So it can be kind of a huge waste. You take 85% of the food source away, stands to reason about 85% of everything else is going to suffer. That's what's happened with these guys. So buying sustainable fish, and then also, it sounds counterintuitive, but when people buy Peruvian anchovies, it actually helps the penguins. Because when fish are caught for fish meal, the catch quotas are huge and they don't have to worry about quality. So they catch large numbers and process it up, and it's turned into fish meal. But when fish is caught for human consumption, the fishermen make a lot more money. They catch fewer fish to ensure the quality, and that leaves a lot more fish in the wild for the penguins to eat.
Alright, you guys, so you can visit www.seafoodwatch.org to get a list of sustainable seafood that you can purchase at restaurants or at home that helps these little guys stay healthy and thriving in the wild. And John, when can people expect to see this little penguin on exhibit?
So this one, he needs to grow up. We let them do most of their growing with their parents, and their parents take care of them. And then at about 7 weeks of age is when we'll start the weaning process, and then he'll learn how to swim, and typically by about 9 weeks of age they're on exhibit and being able to be seen by the public at that time.
Awesome. So this summer you guys will see this little chick swimming around. Thank you, John, for showing us the penguin chick.
You're
and,
welcome.
Taking time today to introduce us to Diamante.
Thank you. Good job, little guy.